मैंने कॉल हाँ. So, welcome everyone to this masterclass that we are doing with uh, for the AI Residency and AI Guild. Thank you everyone for joining this call. We are on Zoom. We are live streaming on the different platforms like LinkedIn, YouTube, as well as on Twitter. This session is just for all of you to get to an understanding about the agent. So all of you know that we have done a session in the morning regarding AI agents. What are the things that are there in the AI agent? And now we want to dig deeper into what is the capabilities of AI agents and how you can use it for your use case. So let me quickly share my screen. And for the people who are listening to us on LinkedIn and other social media platforms, please put your questions in the Slido. So a little bit of ground rules for the everyone out there before I go to the topic. Any question that you guys have, please put it on the platform that we have for Slido, wherein we will take all the questions regarding today's topic. If I'm not able to answer today, we'll be doing a recording and answering it in the next thing. So let me share this over here to everyone who is listening to us live on LinkedIn, YouTube. I can see a lot of
social
familiar
media
faces.
platforms.
So
Please
thank you
put your
everyone for
questions in the
joining in
Slidos.
from the various platforms and taking it this masterclass. This is a part of our AI Guild and AI Residency. I am live streaming this just for the social media audience that is there. This recording you can join live, you can take screenshots, but this will be taken off very soon. So there will be no recording available. The recording is available in our premium community that you can get in touch later. So these are some of the rules. I have put the link of the questions on the chat, and people you have a lot of familiar faces on LinkedIn. Please be patient. We will try to answer all your questions. Put it on the comment. The team is monitoring this, and then we'll be taking all your Q&As there. So everyone is talking about agents. Everyone, when I speak to them, I do workshops. They say, Mohammed, I want to learn about agents. But end of the day, agents are what? Agents are just LLMs which has more power. So I say, I try to give an analogy. You know LLM. You have learned about LLM. Now you give LLMs more power. That in simple analogy is you give the LLM the power of hands and eyes. So it means that hands are for the tools and eyes are for the looking at more things like RAG type of applications. So if you remember the LLM limitations, all of us know. Can anyone tell me in the chat what are some of the limitations of large language model? We know that it is amazing. It does a lot of good work for us, but there are a lot of limitations of that. Thank you, Ahmed, for confirming. The first is the knowledge cutoff. The second is it does not know our data. So we all know the limitations. So we need to use these limitations to our power by giving them hands and eyes. So the good thing about this, and I talk about this in AI residents, I can see a lot of AI residents who have joined the call. So thank you, Kuldeep. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Thank you, Ahmed. So we have seen a lot that ChatGPT cannot tell you today's weather. Right now, if you go to ChatGPT and ask it, will it give us the weather? No, it is going to use the search capability and give us the weather. But why can't ChatGPT tell us today's weather? Some of you are saying that it does not have the latest information. Some of you are saying that it is not connected to the live data. All of you are correct. All of you are correct. They are not able to give you the right answer because of these reasons that are there. So I give an analogy for everyone who is listening to me live on social media, YouTube, that think about the chatbots as an LLM, very, very powerful. It's like your brains, but it is in a jar. It has a lot of limitations. It has all the knowledge of the world. It has all the Wikipedia of the world. But when you ask it to give an answer, it is not able to tell a specific thing that is there. So this is the one of the biggest issues of the LLM, that it is not able to give you specific answers that are there. And then think about LLM, the LLMs, the big LLMs like the one that on the right side. This is the LLM which has your hands as well as eyes to look at the data. Hands, it has different tools to look at different various things, and hands to look Can anyone give me more examples of agents? What are the options that it can do? Can anyone tell me some terminologies that are there on the chat, please? Amazing. So some of you are saying it is MCP, some of you are you seeing it is agent tools. So hands can be anything, right? Hands can be any tool. So yesterday when I was doing a workshop, I was telling them about LLMs. Directly the person started asking me, I want to learn MCP. I want to get into MCP. I want to get into multi-agentic AI systems. So I told them that it is just a different hands. With one hand, if you can solve a problem, you don't need multiple hands like this particular diagram that is there. First you learn how to use one tool properly. MCP is just another tool that you need to have in your kitty. It is nothing new. It is not a rocket science. MCP has been built to help you to build applications properly. That is the only reason MCPs are there. MCP, don't get confused that you need to learn MCP, you need to get into MCP. First understand how everything works. And then if your use case really requires an MCP, you can dig dive and you can just add it like a tool. You can just connect it like any tool, like you connected the search API, you connected the weather API, like that you can connect an MCP server. That's it. And the LLM connects to the server, seamlessly integrates to it and does the work. So think about that. Amazing. So giving AI hands and eyes. This is the thing that I want all of you to know. See, everyone is trying to tell you different things, trying to scare you that AI is very tough. Yes, there are a lot of things, but try to decode it, make it as simple as possible for you to learn it and think about it, because end of the day everyone is getting confused, they are getting lost in this ocean of new technologies that are coming in. But in decoding data science through these residency programs and AI guild community, we try to make it as simple as possible, because if it is simple, then you will be able to know what is an AI agent. It is just giving the LLM hands and eyes. That's it. If you take the definition of AI agents in Wikipedia and the documentations, it is a large language model configured with instructions, that is through RAG or all the other possible things. Can anyone tell me the full form of RAG in the chat bot, in the chat window? Thanks a lot for confirming. It is retrieval augmented generation and equipped with external tools like search and MCP and all those things that are there. Now, how can AI agents think? Quickly, if I say you, right? They think, they act, they observe, and they repeat. I will just to quickly go to the technical part of this. Thinking is the LLM, act is the action. And I discussed about this in the previous morning community meetup that we had, 130th community meetup. Hundreds of you attended it. You can look at the recording in the AI guild and the AI residency for you to get a little bit more details on that. So end of the day, what is happening is this is you have all these interlinked systems, you have all the so many tools, so many LLMs, so many actions that are happening. So there is a lot of confusion that is there. So these particular applications try to make it very simple. So if you can see, there is a interjingle of things that are there. So now the whole thing that I want all of you to know, clearing this buzz that is there, this right now every one of you are learning about these technologies. For every one of you it is like this current slide situation, confusing, mixed, which tool to use when. So I'm trying to clear the buzz by talking about three very important things. And in our AI residency, we start covering from the first one, the function calling, the RAG, and then they go to the agent. Because if you don't understand function calling, you will not be able to understand RAG, then you'll not be able to understand agent. So RAG full form, can anyone tell in the comments what is the full form of retrieval augmented generation? I just repeated. So we will talk more about that. But these three things, first you should have a very good understanding. Most of the use cases can be solved by these simple things. So what I give you the definition of the LLM, the agents are more like LLM with a toolbox. As all of you know that LLM cannot do multiplication calculation work. So you can connect it with the calculator toolbox. You can connect it with the weather toolbox, with booking AI API, with weather API. So it plans strategy and uses various tools to perform auction. That is your LLM with the toolbox, agents and all those things. LLM with a cheat sheet is your LLM with your cheat sheet is, anyone wants to give me an example? Yes. Thank you, Ahmed, for confirming. It is retrieval augmented generation. Retrieval augmented generation is like getting the LLM to answer you questions based on your data, looks up into reference text to ground its answer. So suppose I build an LLM, a RAG application to tell people about our AI residency program. So they will ask, when is the next cohort starting? So the next new cohort is starting, the cohort 9 is starting on January 17. This is information that is coming not from the internet, but from Decoding Data Science Academy website. So this is something that is there. In simple terms, if I want to define these three things that are there, agents, they use tools in loops. They can be used for multi-step reasoning and so many other things that are there. RAG is for external data. Like I gave you the example of AI residency. Suppose there are hundreds of you on LinkedIn right now. They want to know about AI residency. If you go to ChatGPT, you may get some varied and wrong answers. But if I go to your my DDS chatbot that is there in the website, you ask the question, it will be coming from our website and our database. So that is something that it grounds the model with the data of AI residency, that is Decoding Data Science Academy. Function call is very simple. It starts with a function call. Model calls a function. It's like the weather. Suppose I am asking the current weather of UAE to a LLM. It is not going to give us, we just discussed earlier, because of various reasons. One of the reasons being that they don't have information, the current information, tech stack with them. So they hallucinate, and they will tell you a weather last year of the same date or something like that. So, but if you do a function calling where you connect your LLM to the weather API data, so it parses the weather information, the location, sends that to the weather API, gets a JSON response, extracts the JSON response, and gives you an output. And this we have discussed multiple times, even in our workshops and AI residency program that we have done. Now, coming to construction kit, like one package that all of us know is LangChain. It makes all these things very easy to do. LangChain, you can connect your RAG, you can connect your vector store, you can connect all those things that are there to build quick applications. So we have this agent construction kit called as LangChain, which is a very, very famous, one of the most downloaded SDKs that are available for AI development. So there are three things that are very important in this for these agents and ingredients. One is our brain. Any large language model that is available. Can anyone give me in the chat some example of large language models that are available? Awesome, awesome. Awesome. Thanks a lot. ChatGPT. ChatGPT, again, ChatGPT is not an LLM. DeepSeek, thanks Kuldeep for confirming. DeepSeek is there. GPT 3.5 Turbo, GPT 4. How many of you have tried GPT 5.2? This is something that has recently come with we have made a video yesterday about this. So this is an LLM. Okay, ChatGPT is a tool that we use. So a lot of people right now confuse when I ask them about LLM. They first thing in their mind is coming ChatGPT. But I hope from today's workshop and session, one clarity all of you will have that ChatGPT is not an LLM. Everyone clear? Just put one if all of you are clear. The LLM is the GPTs that we use, or the Llama or DeepSeek, whatever the community members are telling. There are two types, open source, closed source. We will not get into the details of that. Then we have the tools. Like we have the weather API, we have the function callings, we have all the different tools that are available, MCP. The tools can be a lot. The brain can also be very varied. Like you can have the reasoning model, you can have advanced LLMs, that is up to you. The tools also, they can have anything. And the goal, that is the system prompt, the prompt engineering, what exactly you want your application to do. What is the backstory? The more the detail you it, the better it is. So I hope all of you are able to understand. These are the three ingredients that you need to learn. The tools, you will every month you will have a new tool. You will have A2A, you will have MCP, you will have this. Don't worry about that. Fix things with simple ingredients first, and then try to add different tools in the future. And that is something that we are going to do. Take a LLM brain, have hands, different tools, and connect it to your data to get the latest information that you have, and then you have that enlightenment of getting the right answer according to your use case. So if you are mastering these three ingredients that I told you, the memory, the tools, and getting things together, you will be able to create amazing options. And now this is one of the terminologies that a lot of us are using in the community, is MCP. A lot of people are asking about MCP, and today I just wanted to take 1 minute to tell everyone that MCP is just the future. This is like plug and play. It is just making our developers' life easy by putting the tool inside a containerizer. The definition I will say of MCP for everyone, a simple English definition of MCP is, think about it as a USB-C connect. USB-C is a universal serial that for the every application that you have, all the wires for all your mobiles, for everything. Even for iPhones also, they're requesting it to go on USB-C in some countries. This is a type C connection, USB-C connection, that is universal across different platforms. So this is something that all the companies are coming together, and it is trying to provide a standard way to connect the AI models to the tools. So we call it just like the USB-C. This is one right now as we speak. Type C is one of the most common used, except Apple. Now some of the Apple phones are also taking this as well, but most of the phones are now using this as connecting for data transfer for charging. So we want to move away and create this. So MCP is like a universal way of connecting the wire that is there, the Type C cable that you have that connects your system to your mobile or any devices. That wire is called MCP. It tries to standardize the way it takes the input from the LLM, that is your computer, and gives it to the device, and takes information from the device like the camera or your mobile, and then brings it back. So that cable, simple UCB cable that is there, is acting like an MCP. This is the easiest analogy that I want to give. So think about this. This is your LLM brain. This is your database. It connects the wire, connects your database to the, which is a very universal system. It connects to the cloud, it connects to the search, it connects to any other thing that you have. So MCP, every platform is now having their MCP connections. Like you have SharePoint, you have Google Drive. So you can use anything. If you go to, I will show you guys a demo as well if I get time. If you go to OpenAI platform, you will be able to do it. So let me just take one minute about this. Now that the AI has the hands and the eyes, what will we build? So this is something that whenever I go and talk about AI residency, and whenever I do master classes, I tell people to visualize everything that I see in the playground. Once you see in the playground how things work, then you can easily replicate it in Python. So I'm getting a lot of questions on LinkedIn and the Slido about AI Guild. What is this AI Guild and AI residency? How, just can you guys put one in the chat, one in the comment, or if you want to know about AI Guild and AI residency, just put one so that I can talk a little bit about it. This particular workshop that we are doing, we were supposed to do this just for the AI Guild and AI residency students, but I'm live streaming it to because some of you requested that they also want to have a look for this, right? Some of you are asking how to ask the questions, so you can put the questions on the comments. We will be looking at the questions, as well as you can put the questions on the Slido link. We are very flexible. So, so what we do is this session is live. Hundreds of you are looking at this session. Only live streaming is there. We'll be taking out the recording in a few hours. So this recording will not be available on social media. But for interacting live with the community, I generally have this option of live streaming it. But if you want to get access to the recording, you want to go deeper into asking the questions, looking at the slides, looking at the recordings. For that, you need to be part of our AI Guild community. So for people who don't know our AI Guild community, just let me. So a lot of people are asking, they don't know about AI Guild. So AI Guild is almost 2 years, 3 months old community right now. We started this in July 2023. So approximately 2 years, 5 months. We have around 100 members in this community. What we try to do is we try to put lot of recordings, workshops. This workshop that we are doing, this Agentic 101, where we discussed about MCP tools and different things, is a part of this particular session, which the recording is also going to get uploaded here. And also there are more than 40 plus products that is available here. So I'll be sharing this link for anyone who's interested. And AI residency is more about our cohort that is there. So AI residency is more for people who want to get deeper into learning. Like right now, we have a lot of cohort members in this call as well. So this is for people who want to learn in groups. Like we are having a group right now. We have a group of 100 people, but many of you will not come back maybe next week. Some of you are just visitors passing by, just want to understand what we are trying to do. But a lot of you don't are not part of a cohort where we learn together how to solve problems, how to learn how to be together, how to see things. So this is what we try to do in our AI residency. AI Guild is self-paced. You have access to the WhatsApp groups. You can discuss. You can ask questions, and we are also trying to uh, you know create some more engagement within the community for people who are there in the AI Guild as well, so that they learn more and they are able to interact and take it further. But AI residency is very focused. My full attention goes to AI residency because that is our flagship program where I spend a lot of energy. The team spends a lot of energy to make sure that everyone is the classes are there, everything is updated, and then we take it further. So now coming to, let me just quickly show you guys. Yeah, so I'll take the questions later. Just give me guys 10 minutes to take the questions. Let me just open for all of you because this is a live demo. I want to show you how to understand these technologies that are there, right? So go to this website called platform.ai.com. You can go to dashboards, and then in dashboards, if you see, there is something called as an agent builder. Agent builder is something where you can build agents like this quickly. I will show you a quick demo. You can click create. You can you are like this. I was trying to do something. So suppose you have your agent here, and then you want to connect your agent to something, to an MCP. So you go here. You have a new node. Can you see this MCP? MCP is available here. You can connect your MCP to Google Calendar, Google Drive. So suppose you want to go to Google Calendar, you go to Google Calendar, then you get access token. So they have a huge list. Suppose you want to go for calendar, so you can just search for calendar. And there are more than 200 APIs, so you need to be careful like what you want to use. So suppose I want to connect to calendar, you can connect in calendar. If I select this, you will connect to complete calendar. And then once you connect, you will get access to everything. You can ask questions to your Google Calendar and do it. So this is what MCP does. Also, you can use an MCP. One way to have MCP is a complete node. You can also add MCP in a tool. So like we have different tools for file search, web search, and you can also create an MCP server like this. You can also use Dropbox. I've already put my Dropbox a token key here. I just click connect. It connects to your Dropbox. So suppose you have any folders or files in your Dropbox, you just give the details of the API key of the Dropbox, and then see, you get access to this. So can you see this? So you have this particular token, always required approval for all tool calls, and it is loading. Not only reading the document, like suppose if you want to read the document, you want to do everything, we will be able to do this. Can you see this now? So before we had tools. In tools, we had different options. Now in tools, we also have an option for MCP. Similarly, this is the same, like web search is like the internet search, file search is your RAG, like RAG applications. Like suppose you have any database that you want to connect to, so you can also do that. So just think that you're giving hands to your LLM. LLM is something here. You can select any of these LLMs. We have 4.1. 5.2 should also be available. I'm not sure if 5.2. Yeah, amazing. Can you all guys all see that? 5.2 is also available here. So you have the latest LLM, you have an instruction, you have the tools, and wallahi, you are done. You are gone. Just publish, your tool is done. So this is something that MCP is there. Also, you can use MCP, as I told you. You don't even need to use it as an agent. For a simple chatbot also, you can just use the tool. You can just use an MCP server, and you can connect the server the way I showed you. That's it. So this is the technical part. Now I showed you something about the vector store. When I was doing this vector store, it is just taking some time to establish the connection. So here what it is doing, it is connecting to the API, and it is just connecting it. So now I told you guys about file search. So file search, what is a vector store now? Now, people, this is a way of uploading a document and converting it into a vector store. So now let us go deep into this. What is exactly this vector store? So why vector store is important? Like we call it the AI memory. So I hope everyone is able to understand about this AI memory. What is it? It's a very important concept, right? Because your brains, the more it knows information, the more it gives answer. So this is the vector store that is there. So if you see, yes, just give me 1 second. Can you guys confirm if you're able to see my screen? Just put a one if you guys are able to see my screen. The people who are on LinkedIn and YouTube, there is a little bit buffer, so please be a little bit patient. You will be able to see the screen. Yes, people in Zoom are able to see the screen, so just be patient. It will be get loaded. Okay, just put in the comment. Yes, amazing, amazing. Just give me 1 second. The notes. Okay. Okay, so just give me 1 second. Let me just open the updated. Okay. Can you guys just give me 1 second? I'm loading the document again. Yeah, so there is going to be a slight delay, guys, on LinkedIn because we are doing live streaming, so you will not be able to see. So just now, you just give a couple of seconds and then yeah. So now coming to yes, thank you for confirming. So the power of vectors and retrieval augmented generation. Retrieval augmented generation is something that I was telling you earlier. It is giving AI a reliable, factual, and up-to-date long-term memory. So this is something about long-term memory. So in the previous session, if you remember, I talked about short-term memory. This is more about long-term memory, how we are able to give the long-term memory to our agents, to our computer or program or something. There is where RAG comes into the picture. Just think about this problem statement that is there, right? Can anyone tell me, are both the things the same on the left and the right? Yeah, thanks, Ahmad, for confirming. It is different. So the first one is we are exploring how AI can instantly recall information from yesterday or find the precise paragraph within mountains of private data. This isn't magic, it is more about memory. The central challenge is enabling machines to understand and the conceptual meaning, recognizing that phrases like head hurts, my head hurts, yeah, pain in the head, and I need a headache remedy are fundamentally the same idea, even though the words are totally different. Simple keyword searches cannot achieve this. The technology solving this particular thing, the words are completely different, but the semantic meaning is almost the same. The technology solving this is based on vector embedding and the vector databases that are there. So this is very, very important concept that we are going to discuss. People think vector embedding is very technical, but in simple ways, just think about to handle the meaning, we must teach the machine a new language for concepts, which is built on this vector embedding. The process involves feeding data, example, a text document, into a specialized AI called as an embedding model. The dimensions can be as huge as 1536 embeddings. The model processes this data and the outputs a vector like 2 comma 3 comma 4, which is a numerical address for that specific document or concept on the map of the meaning. So think about it, it is just positioning everything on a vector databases. A apple fruit will be to with the banana, orange and everything, and an apple technology or a phone will be near the Microsoft, Samsung, and all these things that are there. So this is what vector embedding does: is plots everything in a multi-dimensional things. If I want to just simply give a simple example, a numerical representation of data, text, images, audio that captures its semantic meaning. A king and a queen will be together. and a banana will be far, far away, which is nothing to do with the king and the queen. So, what are the steps of embedding? There are three main steps that all of us need to understand. First is the input data. You take a document, image, or other data is provided. It looks at the data. Then there are some embedding models. The most famous embedding models are by OpenAI, ADA, the one that is used by many of us. Even in our AI residency and all our workshops, we only use OpenAI embeddings like ADA and others. There are some others that are available, but this one is one of the best that is there. Then we have BERT. This is the process. This is from Google, which but these are one of the two main ones. But ADA is most updated with the LLMs, and they do the embedding for you. And the output of this is a vector output. This is like a list of numbers of 105, 1536 dimension. This is the ADA embedding model of OpenAI. So it converts every text to 1536 vectors, which is saved in a vector database in a vector store. So this is the three embed steps of the embedding that happens. Now think about saving all these information in a very modern library. All this information, all these vector databases, everything that we did, think about it taking all this information and putting it in a very, very big library. And now comes the comparison within a traditional database that we have been using for the last 30 years and the vector database that is there in this modern library that is there. So think about this difference. While a traditional database, think of it, if you see this analogy on the left side, think about it as a strict old librarian. You need to, while you go to a traditional database, it requires the exact title and author. Whereas a vector database can respond to conceptual queries, such as find me something about the global economy by also suggesting related topics like trade policy, inflation, and market trends. Whereas when you go to the traditional database, the strict teacher, if you don't tell them that I want this particular book exactly at this particular section, at this particular row, then you will not be able to get it. So traditional databases finds identical values, but vector databases is you give something, it uses similarity search to find related concepts and it gives you a better idea. So it's more modern, more flexible, and more better than the traditional databases and the strict teacher that you see on the left. So this function is possible because the vector database is on purpose built as a high performance search engine that takes context and gives various things that are there. So this analogy, just think about it as a traditional database and a vector database. Getting deeper into vector database, what is it? It's the same vector store that we have done. You cannot just save it in Excel sheet. Think about 1536. If you, even if one number, if there is a uh, difference in truncation, -1 becomes +1, it changes the whole dynamics. So you need to have a professional high speed database optimized to store and retrieve high dimension vectors using the similarity search that is there. So this is what is vector database. It's a very, very fundamental and complex system that is there. And why are vector databases winning here? Why are vector databases winning here? Because of it is much, much more beyond this simple indexing that is there, or just storing and keeping it on the vector database. There is much, much more to the vector databases. The biggest thing about vector databases is it is able to search things faster. Suppose I'm asking a question about when is the new AI residency starting. It is going to go in our database towards AI residency. It is going to search wherever AI residency new cohort is mentioned, going to extract all the similarity words. So suppose I want top three words that people I want for people who are talking about AI residency, top three places. So it is going to take all the top three places where AI residency is mentioned, and it is going to take it out and give it to the LLM. So this is a very, very powerful thing, and the speed that which it does is mostly like it is seamless. And this is something, because end of the day, think about 1536 dimension and there are so many words. If you don't have a seamless system, then things may fail. So this is a very, very big key advantage. And there are many much more advantages that are there. While a simple programming language or a library might suffice for a small project. A fully fledged vector databases is needed for the real world application projects that are there. And the secret to this incredible speed of getting this information is a clever engineering trade off called as approximate nearest neighbor, or the ANN algorithm that is there. ANN promises to find a nearly perfect match thousands of times faster rather than trying to find the one absolute perfect match every time. This slight invisible dip in accuracy results in a total game changer in the speed, providing a reliable foundations for the smart applications that are there. So this ANN concept really helps us get the best at a very very fast speed, and putting everything together, this whole system together with security, with governance, makes everything very very enterprise ready that we discussed. The memory is the core for every application transaction, for every step from of communication, long term be it short term. Vector stores really help in all these things. Powering smarter AI, end of the day, how these things are done, one method of you implementing vector databases and using vector databases is something called as a RAG is retrieval augmented generation, is the killer application that brings these embeddings and vector bases together. As we discussed, any documents, it can be text, PDF, images, documents, SQL databases, everything can be converted to vector databases, embeddings, and stored in the vector database. The process is elegant and ensures that the LLM is fact checked against a current knowledge base before generating its response. It makes sure it checks everything and then it is able to generate the response. The augmented part is the key. What does A do? Retrieval is getting everything. Augmented is feeding the retrieved facts directly into the prompts alongside the original question by the user, and then generating it in the output as the human ones in a professional, polite. So RAG does all the magic for you. First retrieval, then augmenting it, and then the generation part that is there. So RAG does everything for you, amazing things. All the four steps that I mentioned, the query that I ask, like when is the AI residency new cohort starting? Retrieval gets the information from the database. Augmentation adds that information to the database and gives you the output. And generation is the magic what LLM does for you. LLM generates an answer that is grounded in the provided fact. And RAG itself, if you want, I tell all my cohort members, all my residents, all my guild members, one thing you want to learn first is learn RAG properly, because RAG, if you can see this accuracy and answer reliability in a use case that we did recently, from 25% just by using RAG. Leave the multi-agent MCP and all those things to the side. You saw an uplift of more than three times. So before, the reliability was 25, around 30%, and then it reached to around 95%. So almost a three times jump in reliability, answers in a factual, verifiable knowledge base, which is it. So the benefits are huge. Of just by starting using RAG vector embeddings properly, which is a very very important part of agents. An LLM alone is a brilliant student that guesses answer, unreliable, even if often correct. LLM with error, but when you attach the RAG to the LLM, it is a brilliant student with an open book access to a perfect factual library. Think about it as a whole system that gives AI a reliable, long term, fundamentally changing the game. The real question here is how we will use this technology to build the next generation of smart application now that AI can learn, recall, and cite facts, which is also very very important to know from where we are picking the data and giving into the output. Because for humans, if you really want to rely on something, citations are very very important. Cite facts from any knowledge base we provide, and that will give you the trust more. End of the day, whatever we guys are building, you need to gain the trust of the consumer, which is a very very important point. And these vector stores and RAG that we discussed helps us do that. End of the day, any type of data, the embedding model, look, takes it, filters it, converts it into embedding, connects it with the LLM, connects it with the vector store database, and the magic begins. You ask any questions, you get grounded information from your own document that is there. Amazing. Now we are going to go. So this session that we try to do is the we have some questions from the community. Everything that we did, you can go here and ask your questions in the Slido. I'm putting the link of the Slido again. I'm getting a few questions from Ahmed, like what is the future of job? So thank you, Ahmed. I'm sure I'm not sure if you are connected from LinkedIn or YouTube. The future of jobs. See, this is a question that a lot of community members ask me every time. I get hundreds of pings like, Muhammad, I'm applying for the last 1 year. I am not getting job. What should I do? My simple answer is, Ahmed and everyone here, this is a very relatable question. The traditional 9 to 5 jobs are going away. This is the hard reality. This is not me speaking. This is the economic speaking. Please open any news and read it, and look at any reports, McKinsey report. I have talked about it 100 times. Now there are signs in the industry that it is happening. So gone are the days when companies hire in junior resources, spend 3 months training them, when they can get an AI agent to do the same ground level work for fraction of cost. Because end of the day, for companies, it is not about the money on training, but it is more about the time that a senior resource needs to give to the junior resources to train them. So the future of jobs are very, very different. So please position yourself as a consultant who can solve problems for companies, for small businesses, for even do freelancing projects. So please change your mind shift. And this is something that I tell everyone. So about this. And tomorrow you guys can join the career talk, which where we are going to talk more about this particular topic. Someone is asking, when is the next cohort starting of AI residency? The cohort right now, we have cohort 8 that is going on as we speak. The cohort 9 is starting next year. So if you guys are serious about your career, you can think about joining the cohort. The team will share all the details on the chat as well. And let me give you guys two links on the LinkedIn. One link is for the AI residency. The second link is for our career talk that we are doing. So for people who want to know about our events and everything, let me share my screen. So all the events that we do, because this is a free community, tomorrow's call is going to be there. You can go here. This is the community that is there, AI community. I will also share you the link as well. Go to events. When you go to events, you will see the events that are there. So so this is the event. So Career Talk is happening tomorrow. We have already 13 people who have registered. So you can register to this Career Talk. If you want me to give you the direct link, I can give you the direct link as well, and then you can do that. And let me also ask you one more question that people are asking about AI residency. So how many of you here know about AI residency? Amazing, amazing. So a lot of people don't know about AI residency. Let me just take 1 minute to tell you what is this and why we have built this program, right? Today I did a small session that is a small part of our master classes. And all of you, I hope you got some value out of this talk about the AI agent system, how MCPs and how vector store come into the picture, how everything is connected. End of the day, Agentic AI is just LLM with hands and eyes, with more power and more information. So for what we have been doing, I have been doing academy for some time. My main job and my main work is to make these things as simple as possible. So for people who have been visiting my master classes, even Kuldeep here, he has seen a lot of my master classes. Every time he joins a class, he learns something new. And this is for everyone, because the thing is, there is so much happening right now, and every time, what I try to do is I try to make it as simple as possible for every one of you to consume and learn. And that is what we are trying to do here. So if you go to this website, you can look at this. The good thing about this is there is a live cohort of 8 to 10 people. You go through the path about Python, APIs, LLMs, and all these things we discussed. 20 master classes that we do, detailed master classes that we go into. We do work, there are workshops, there are master classes, there are these events that we do. Everything you get access to, you go through the group, you go through a proper LMS. The best thing and the most important thing that is there is the classes are always there. I do so many free events, so many free talks and everything. But the most powerful thing is this LMS platform that we have built here. This LMS platform is the secret why people become an AI resident. AI Guild members also don't have access to this LMS. Only AI residents have access to this LMS platform. So if you go to the LMS platform, you will see all the master classes, everything that is there, getting recorded here. And also, we are trying to do now recap of everything like this. We are having an AI summary. We are having a lot of self-paced content here. We are having assessments, assignments. So this is something that you get an access for people when they register, they get 1 year access. But on request basis, I also extended for some more time for people who are not able to complete and get the certification. So we try to do a lot of help within the community for people to learn, register, and complete, because getting everything here. So there, if you see, there are 37 chapters total. If I add everything, there are more than 150 chapters in the whole. When I say chapters, it is the modules. Some of them may be just text, some of them may be video, some of them may be assessment. So it takes approximately 135 hours if people want to really complete this, including the recordings and the live workshops. So it is hard, it is detailed, and it is amazing. So if you go to the website, which I'm going to share, you can look at some of the testimonials of the people who have completed here, and every one of them are happy. If you are there in physically in Dubai, we call you and we give you a award you a certificate in our event, like we have done for Mr. Enrico and Raghu. And online is for the people who are not able to meet us physically. So these are some of the things that we do. So I hope I try to answer everything. We have some more questions regarding where will I get the recording of this. So as I told you, session is a part of our AI residency and AI guild. So I am not going to be giving you guys a recording and the slides. I'm sorry for that. That's the request. I requested people to take screenshots of the slides if you really want it. But this is a part for the AI residents and the AI guild members. So, and AI guild is a very small fee. It's like a coffee a month. So you can become a member, you can get access to all these things. And the LMS access is there for the AI residency where we'll have all these things. So for free, we cannot give everything for free. I hope you guys understand. But please participate in our community initiatives, in our WhatsApp groups. We have a lot of challenges and quizzes for people to win some access to amazing scholarships and free access to challenges and guild community. One more person is asking me a question about when is the next challenge. So this year mostly we will not be doing a challenge because people are already in holiday mood. The number of people who joined the call today is very less. It's a very less because already people are there in the holiday mood. So we are going to have less hackathon in this year. We are also going to reduce the number of live classes, because what I see, the number of people who used to join before were in 200s. Right now we have hundreds of people who are joining. Everyone is already in the holiday mood, the year-end mood. First of all, continue being part of this. We'll be continuing doing workshops. Learning never stops. Take this holiday break as a motivation to learn more. You don't have office work, you don't have college work, so be part of AI Guild. Look at the content, look at the resources, look at everything. Be part of our live workshops and take it further. Thank you everyone for being an amazing audience. Hundreds of you watching me on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. Thanks all for your time, giving your attention, give for your amazing and awesome participation and question. Have a great Saturday, everyone, and see you tomorrow in our career talk. The details are there in our WhatsApp community and in our community platform decodingdatascience.com.